Cloud billing is the essential process that consolidates all the cloud charges for the customer, triggers advance recurring charges and invokes payment and invoices. Let us watch this video to understand how customers can access their invoices and view the charges. At a broad level, the Jamcracker platform supports the following features. Automatic generation of customer invoices based on the pre-configured bill run date. One single consolidated invoice is generated for all offers subscribed by the customer. All SaaS and IaaS subscriptions are aggregated in a single invoice. This video explains the different charges that are displayed on the invoice, how these invoices can be accessed by the customer and the frequency of the invoices. Frequency of invoice generation. The Jamcracker platform is able to generate periodic invoices on a fixed date of the month, bill run date, and/or whenever the offer is provisioned. This is based on the bill generation configuration field. The Cloud Marketplace administrator can choose to configure this option to one of the following: monthly invoicing, same-day invoicing. If the cloud platform has been configured with monthly invoicing, then the invoices will be generated only once a month and on a specific date referred to as bill run date or day of the month. Currently, the Jamcracker platform supports one bill run date per month. If the cloud platform has been configured with same-day invoicing, then the invoices will be generated when the offer is provisioned. Thereafter, the invoice for recurring fee is generated on the next bill run date. John orders a service on 9th January and it is provisioned on the same day. On 1st February, which is a bill run date, John will be invoiced for prorate fee and the recurring fee. On 1st March, John will be invoiced for recurring fee only. In the case of same-day invoicing, John will be invoiced on 9th Jan for prorate amount. On 1st February, which is bill run date, John will be invoiced for recurring amount. Let us now see how non-prorated services will be invoiced by the platform. If the platform is configured with monthly invoicing, then invoices will be generated only once a month and on a specific date referred to as bill run date with the entire amount for the billing cycle. If the platform is configured with same-day invoicing, then invoices will be generated on the same day, when the offer is provisioned, and the invoice for recurring fee will be generated on next anniversary date. John orders a service on 15th January and it is provisioned on the same day. On 1st February, which is a bill run date, John will be invoiced for the entire amount from 15th Jan to 14th February without applying prorated charges. In the case of same-day invoicing, John will be invoiced on 15th Jan for the entire amount from 15th Jan to 14th February without applying prorated charges. Accessing the invoice. Customers can access the invoice from the store. Invoice listing page. Customer can filter the invoices by the invoice status. The invoice status is determined by the success or failure of the payment that is due by the payment due date. The marketplace admin configures the payment due date in the billing options. So, if the payment due date is configured as 1, and the invoice date is 5th November, then the customer is expected to pay by the 6th of November. If the payment due date is configured as 0, and the invoice date is 5th November, then the customer is expected to pay by the 5th of November. If the payment due date is configured as 60 days, and the invoice date is 5th November, then the customer is expected to pay by the 10th Jan next year. When invoice is generated, it will be in due status. When invoice is paid by the due date, it will be in cleared status. If invoice is not paid by the due date, it will be in overdue status. When his invoice is cancelled or disregarded, it will be in disregarded status. A customer can view the invoices as HTML. Also, a PDF format for the invoice is automatically sent to the primary customer administrator as an email attachment. An invoice has the following components: invoice summary, invoice details, itemized usage history. An invoice displays the summarized information for all services on the main or first page with the following details: invoice number and invoice date, payment due date, customer's address, account summary. Representing SaaS charges in the invoice. Each subscription for a cloud service is uniquely identified by the billing subscription ID. This is displayed on the invoice along with the service offer name. Possible charges for a SaaS service could be a one-time setup fee, or prorate charges or recurring charges. If you have ordered additional licenses, a new billing subscription will be created and displayed as a separate line in the invoice. Representing trial/promotion charges in invoice. When a customer has availed a 100% promotion or a trial offer, the invoice displays the details as seen here. Representing discounts in the invoice. One-time discounts offered by the admin for a service is also indicated as discount in the invoice. Term, contract, service charges in the invoice. Sometimes cloud providers or administrators offer services for a specific period. At the end of the period, these offers can either be renewed or terminated. These are referred as term or contract-based offers in the platform. Term subscriptions are also displayed in the invoice along with the term start and term end date. IaaS charges in the invoice. Usage for all IaaS resources consumed from cloud providers like AWS, Azure etc. are billed and displayed on the invoice. Please remember that the platform bills all IaaS resources either consumed within the Jamcracker platform or ordered directly in the vendor console. Take a look at the IaaS charges displayed for AWS and Azure services in the invoice generated by the Jamcracker platform. For example, Amazon EC2 box usage T2. Small VMs spun up in the US East region is indicated in the invoice as a charge type. The Jamcracker invoice displays the granular level details indicating the provider, region, product consumed and type of usage. Data has been retrieved from multiple sources to provide this level of granularity in your invoice. This level of details is very helpful to analyze the consumption, and to control costs. The cloud administrator can configure if the itemized history for usage-based services needs to be displayed in the invoice. If configured, it is possible to view the details of the usage amount from the itemized history section of the invoice. The itemized history section is grouped by the cloud offer and lists the usage quantity per day and the corresponding amount. Thank you for watching the video. To know more about features and functionality of Invoice, please visit docs.jamcracker.com.